War Memorial and meeting veterans through the Invictus program. Let's go live now to Penelope Liersch, who was with the Prince earlier today in Melbourne. Penny, he tried his hand at footy this morning. How did he go?
Kate, we might let everyone at home be the judge. You can see in these pictures here, Harry having a try at least at handballing and kicking out on the home oval of the Western Bulldogs. He was getting some expert pointers along the way. We understand he actually really wanted to have a shot for goal, but the players were also training at the same time, so he was a bit restricted in what he was able to do. But of course, he wasn't just here for footy. He was also speaking at a Movember mental health event, sharing his experiences of early fatherhood and encouraging new dads to speak up.
It doesn't have to be professional therapy. It can be talking with your mates. It can be talking to a complete stranger. But being able to relieve some of that pressure, that stuff from the past that's stored in there. That role, that transformation, that transition from being a man into a dad gives you purpose.
But of course, a lot of what people want to talk about here in Melbourne is those football skills. And I think the best people really to judge how Harry went today are probably the professionals.
He'd said never kick the footy or never handball a ball. So I think he was a little bit disappointed that we gave him a kid's footy. He wanted one of the real ones, but he went okay.
Give him a solid 6 out of 10. There's a bit of work. But no, he was pretty good. I think from his rugby background, he's got a fair bit of coordination still.
So we know he's taken home a Bulldogs scarf, Kate, and some jerseys for the kids. Perhaps they will be doing a bit more practice once he gets home. Of course, Harry in Canberra at the moment. He'll be returning to Melbourne for further engagements tomorrow.
Penny, thank you.
Prince Harry stood on the green oval under a bright Australian sky, wearing a borrowed jersey and a broad smile. Cheers and laughter rang out as the crowd watched with excitement. The moment was set, Harry's very first kick in Australian rules football. Cameras flashed, but the mood was relaxed, not formal. For a moment, Harry wasn't a prince, just another person trying something new. His first kick was a royal first, and a symbol of openness for everyone watching. Prince Harry grew up surrounded by royal traditions, ceremonies, rules and history. But stepping onto the AFL field, he left that world behind. No palace guards, just a team, a ball and a game. Harry was ready to learn, to mess up and to laugh at himself. Stepping outside tradition made him relatable and human. Australian rules. Football is more than just a sport. It is part of the country's identity. From small towns to big cities, people gather to watch and play. AFL brings people together. Families, friends, and even strangers unite for the love of the game. Every weekend, ovals across Australia come alive. Kids practice their kicks, parents cheer from the sidelines, and communities celebrate together. The sport is fast, physical, and full of surprises. Winning is important, but what matters more is the sense of belonging. AFL is woven into Australian culture. It is a tradition handed down through generations. Every season, new stories are made, heroes are born, and memories are shared. It teaches teamwork, courage and respect. When Prince Harry tried AFL, he was stepping into a living tradition. He experienced firsthand what so many Australians feel, a deep connection to each other, to the game and to their country. Trying something new takes courage, especially in front of a crowd. Prince Harry showed curiosity by asking questions and watching closely. He wanted to understand the game, not just play it. His openness made people feel comfortable around him. Harry listened to the coaches and players. He laughed when he fumbled the ball or missed a kick. He was not afraid to admit what he didn't know. That humility broke the ice. It made others cheer for him, not just for his title, but for his effort. Being open to new experiences is a strength. It helps us grow and connect. Harry's attitude was a lesson for everyone. Never be afraid to learn, even when you are famous or important. Humility is just as valuable as skill. This moment was about more than sport. It was about meeting a challenge with heart and grace. Harry's curiosity and humility set the tone for a day full of learning and laughter. Sport has a special power. It breaks down walls between people. No matter where you come from or what language you speak, a game can bring you together. On the AFL field, Harry was not just a royal visitor. He was a teammate. There were no barriers of class or background. Everyone had the same goal: to enjoy the game. Laughter and high fives replaced formal greetings. Mistakes were met with encouragement, not criticism. This was true inclusion in action. Trying AFL helped Harry connect with Australians in a new way. He shared smiles, stories, and even a few clumsy moments. In those minutes, titles and backgrounds faded. Only the game mattered. This is what makes sport so powerful. It reminds us that we are all human. We can all share joy, face challenges, and celebrate together. On the field, everyone belongs. Everyone remembers their first time trying a new sport. There is a mix of nerves and excitement. Your heart beats faster. You want to do well, but you know you might fail. Prince Harry felt those same things on the AFL field. He watched carefully as the coach explained the rules. His first kick went sideways, not forward. The crowd laughed, and so did he. That nervous energy soon turned into fun. Each small success made him smile more. Many people, young and old, have stood where Harry stood, unsure, a little scared, but willing to try. It takes courage to be new. It takes even more to keep going after a mistake. Harry's experience was a reminder that everyone starts somewhere. The important thing is to enjoy the moment. Harry's willingness to try, to get things wrong, and to laugh at himself made the day special. It showed that trying is just as important as succeeding. Australia is, you know, famous for its friendly and open spirit. When Prince Harry arrived, he was greeted with big smiles and open arms. The local AFL team made him feel at home, honestly. They joked with him and shared tips like old friends. This warm welcome made a big difference. Harry relaxed. He felt included, not judged. The players treated him as one of their own, not as a guest. That sense of belonging is what makes Australian sport so special. Welcoming someone new is an important value. It helps them feel safe and confident. The Aussies showed Harry that it's okay to be a beginner. They celebrated his effort, not just his skill. This moment highlighted the best of Australian culture. It was about kindness, laughter, and making memories together. Everyone, royal or not, deserves to feel welcome. AFL is a fast and tricky sport. The ball is oval, not round, and the rules are different from soccer or rugby. Prince Harry had to learn quickly how to bounce the ball, aim for the tall posts, and pick up new skills. He made mistakes but kept going, encouraged by teammates. Harry's efforts showed it's okay to struggle. What matters is not giving up. The journey is just as important as the goal. For Australians, teaching someone AFL is a way to share their culture and pride. When Harry joined in, he was not just learning a sport, he was joining a tradition. The players were excited to show him their favourite game. They took pride in every tip and every cheer. Sharing a tradition makes it stronger. It builds bridges between people and cultures. Harry's first kick was more than a personal achievement. It was a sign of respect for Australia's heritage. The crowd cheered loudly for every good play. They clapped for Harry's effort and laughed with him when he slipped. It was a joyful, proud moment for everyone involved. Moments like this matter. They bring people closer. They show that sharing what you love can create friendship and understanding, no matter where you come from. As the game ended, Prince Harry was breathless but smiling. He shook hands with his new teammates and thanked the coaches. The experience was more than just a royal trying a sport. It was a celebration of learning, respect and connection. These moments have a special power. They help us break down barriers and see each other as equals. Sport, in its simplest form, is about more than winning or losing. It is about trying, sharing and growing together. Harry's first kick in AFL will be remembered not just for the fun, but for what it meant. It showed that everyone can find common ground. It proved that inclusion and kindness matter. In the end, this royal first kick was about more than football. It was a lesson in humility, openness, and the joy of coming together. Moments like this make the world a smaller, friendlier place.